Hello friends, this is Stacey. Welcome back to our channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm so excited for today's video because I am sharing my fall TBR with you. Let's get into it and I hope you enjoy. So by my fall TBR, I mean that I'm going to be sharing with you all of the books that I plan on reading this fall season. This is very ambitious. I'm not going to get to all these books. I know I won't because it's a lot of books, but I always set a very ambitious seasonal TBR for myself just to give myself a bunch of choices, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take you through all the books I plan to read this season. Fall is my absolute favorite season. I have my Autumn Enthusiast sweatshirt on. This is from our merch shop. I actually designed it myself last year. If you're interested, it's still available. I'll link it below. But fall is my favorite season, as many of you know, and it's also my favorite time to read because I love getting into the more like spookier, cozier, darker books this time of year. So I'm so excited for today's video. I have my TBR cart here next to me because I figured it would be fun to also do like a TBR cart makeover for fall. So as I share my TBR with you, I'm going to put my books on the cart and we're going to set it up together. I already have some fall decor on top here. I have a pumpkin that lights up, some flowers, a little fake candle, and like some little pumpkins just to decorate the top. So I'm going to be putting my books along the top and this middle shelf here. There's one more shelf on the bottom, but I just have all of my fall candles down there. And I got this cart from Michael's many years ago. They have a million colors. I got the mint green. I love it. It's held up very well. I'll link it below if you're interested. So I'm going to split this video into two parts. Part one is going to be my physical fall TBR. And then part two is going to be my Kindle or digital TBR, since I have a lot of books in both areas. And I like to switch back and forth between physical and digital books. So we are going to get right into it without further ado. And I hope you enjoy. So we're going to get started with my physical TBR. So I'm going to show you my physical TBR first of the books that I would like to read. And like I said, I'm not planning to read all of these, but they're books that fit the season that I've had on my list for a while. And I'm just going to see how many of these I can get to. And then whichever ones I don't get to, I'll just save for next year. So we are going to get started. I'm going to start with a brand new book that we just got. I'm very excited about it. This is called The Spellshop by Sarah Beth Durst. This has been very, very hyped in the community right now. Everyone's been reading this book. It's supposed to be a cozy fantasy, so of course, Steph and I both love to read fantasy this time of year. I'm not a huge fantasy reader, but I do like to read fantasy in the cooler, cozier months. So this is supposed to be a cozy fantasy about a spell shop. I don't really know what else it's about, but cover's gorgeous, and we just got this on our birthday, actually. I shared it when we went book shopping in our birthday vlog. I'll link that if you missed that video. Go check it out. But we bought this from Barnes & Noble, and it has like the purple sprayed edges. So Steph wants to read this one as well. So this is the first book I want to get to. And by the way, these books are in no particular order. I'm just showing them randomly. I'm not going to be reading them in this order. But yeah, so The Spellshop is the first book that I really want to get to. So I am going to put it on my cart here. And this might change throughout the video. Actually, no, I'm going to put this on the top here, because I want to put like the books I want to read most on top. So hopefully you could see that. Alright, the next one, and if you see me, by the way, looking down, I'm just looking at my list to make sure I don't miss anything. The next one I'm also very much looking forward to. This is the second book in a series. This is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. The first book is Fourth Wing. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's been very hyped up in this community as well. So this is book 2. This is a fantasy series. It has dragons. Super fun. I read Fourth Wing a year ago, so last fall. And I wanted to wait to read Iron Flame until this fall because book 3 doesn't come out till next year, I think. So I just didn't want there to be a huge gap between the next book, if that makes sense. So I'm hoping to get to Iron Flame this fall. It's a chunky one, but It's gorgeous, and I really enjoyed Fourth Wing. And Steph loved it. She loved it even more than me, so we both want to read this one this fall, hopefully. So that is the next book we want to get to. And if you have read any of these books, please let me know in the comments below what you thought. Spoiler free, please. I would love to know. So I'm just putting this one on my cart as well. There's a lot of fantasy books here, as you can see. I'm sharing pretty much fantasies, cozy mysteries, thrillers, and like a little bit of romance. Those are the genres I tend to read in the fall. The next one's a series. I really want to read this series. This is also super hyped up. This is the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. If you guys can believe it, I've only read book 1, which is Throne of Glass, many years ago. For whatever reason, I just didn't continue the series, and obviously it's very beloved and hyped. It's one of Steph's favorite series, so I really do want to get into the Throne of Glass series this fall. It's one of the series I'm trying to prioritize the most because I feel like I'm the last person on earth to read the series, but I did read book 1 many years ago and I really enjoyed it. I just never continued. So I have the Assassin's Blade here just to show you, but this is to represent the entire Throne of Glass series. Steph owns all the books on one of our shelves behind us, so I'm just going to read her copies, but she got these beautiful dust jackets. So this is the Assassin's Blade. This is, I guess, the prequel to Throne of Glass. So I never read this one. I just read the first book, Throne of Glass. So I'm probably going to start this one. And yeah, I'm just going to try to work through the Throne of Glass series. I don't know if I'll, obviously read the whole series this fall, but I really do want to get back into it and actually read the series since so many people love it. And I really did enjoy book 1 many years ago. So if anyone wants to read the Throne of Glass series with me, let me know in a comment below. I would love to do a buddy read, but I'm gonna, I think, start with Assassin's Blade, and then I might reread Throne of Glass. I'm not sure. Either that or I'll just skim it or listen to the audiobook since I've already read it, but just to refresh my memory since it's been many years since I read Throne of Glass, and then I plan on continuing the series. So I really want to prioritize the Throne of Glass series this fall. So I'm gonna add this to my cart here. We're looking good. Going along with Sarah J. Maas, I also have ACOTAR here. This is A Court of Thorns and Roses. I'm sure you've heard of it. This is book 1 in the ACOTAR series by the same author. And again, I have not read this series. I've never even started this series at all. And of course, everyone loves it. So I would love to get to this series this fall, but I don't know if I'm going to. I think I'm going to prioritize Throne of Glass before I start the series, just because I actually already started the Throne of Glass series, so I feel like I should just go with that one instead of starting ACOTAR first. Let me know if you read both series, which one you like better. I know everyone has a different opinion, but yeah, I do really want to get into the ACOTAR series. If I can this fall, great. If not, it's okay, but I figured I would share it, so I do want to get to this series at some point as well, but I am going to prioritize Throne of Glass. Next, I have a couple thrillers that I'm excited about. The first one is The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. I actually found this in a little free library, and it looks like pretty much brand new. I got very lucky, and I read another book from this author. It was, I think, was it called The Book of Cold Cases? I think that was the one, and I really enjoyed it, and I do really enjoy psychological thrillers. Once in a while. I don't read them all the time, but especially in the fall, I like to read thrillers because it just fits the vibe. So, yeah, I've heard good things about this one. I don't really know what it's about other than it takes place at a motel, but hopefully I enjoy it. So I do want to get to this one, and thrillers are very, very easy reads for me, so I feel like I'll be able to fly through it. The next thriller I want to read is The Fury by Alex Michaelides. I've had this one for about a year, so I really want to get to it. Steph actually got this for me from work when she worked at the bookstore. I think it was free, which is awesome, and I still haven't read it, so yeah, I need to read this one. And I read The Silent Patient from him and absolutely loved it. It's one of my all-time favorite thrillers, so I'm really looking forward to reading The Fury. Hopefully I will get to this one this fall as well. So I am sticking this one on top if I can fit it. It's pretty tight here. Okay, so I just filled up the top of my cart. you should be able to see it. So those are all the books that I just showed you. And next we're going to fill up the middle shelf here. So the next book I want to read, this is actually a series I've already started. This is a cozy mystery series. I love cozy mysteries, as you all know, and there's a lot of series I've started that I really want to continue this fall because I love them. Most of them are on my Kindle, but we do own some of them. So one of the series I really want to prioritize is the Bake Shop Mysteries by Ellie Alexander. It's really big. I'm sure you've heard of it. That is like one of me and Steph's all-time favorite series, all about baking, and I read a couple of them kind of out of order. So I really want to continue the series, so this is just one of the ones that we own. So I just figured I would show it. This is called A Batter of Life and Death in the Bake Shop Mysteries. I love the red cover. I feel like it's perfect for fall. I think this one takes place during fall. It looks like it because there's a fall scene on the cover. So yeah, we love this series, and I just want to continue it because I haven't read any of the books in a while. So this is one of the cozy mystery series I really want to prioritize and maybe even finish. But Ellie Alexander is an amazing writer. I highly recommend this Bake Shop Mystery series if you're looking for a cozy mystery series. It's just like the coziest one you'll ever find. So I really want to continue the series this fall. Now I'm going to put this book on the bottom of my cart. The next one is a series that I've already started that I just want to continue it. I started it, oh goodness, I forgot if it was 1 or 2 years ago. And I had a free trial of Kindle Unlimited at the time because I had just bought my Kindle. So I got a free trial. So I read the books on there, the first couple. I think I read the first 3. And I just never continued the series. So I really want to. That is the Crave series by Tracy Wolff. This series is amazing. I have the first book here to show you because Steph bought this because she wants to start the series. But I've already read this one. This is book 1. Like I said, I've already read, I think, the first 3 on Kindle Unlimited. They are on there if you're curious. And I just never continued the series after that, so I really want to continue the Crave series. It's such a good series. I highly recommend it if you like vampires. It's like that boarding school plot, and there's like vampires and paranormal creatures. There's also a love story in it. It's kind of like Twilight. I know people compare it to Twilight. It's kind of like a more modern version of Twilight. It's such a good series. I highly recommend it. I think there's like 6 or 7 books out in the series. But yeah, I've only read the first 3, so I really want to continue the series this fall as well. But it's such a good vampire series. Highly recommend it. Alright, the next one I'm super excited about. Steph read this and she loved it, so she's really excited for me to read it. This is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I'm sure you all have heard of this. This is also a popular one. I think last year this was really popular because I think it came out last year. The second one just came out this year. And yeah, Steph already read this. She loved it. She tabbed it, as you could see. And she said it was just so cozy. I think it's supposed to be a cozy fantasy. So she told me I'll love it since she loved it. So this is what I really want to get to. It just seems to fit the vibe. So hopefully I can get to this one as well. The next one is a series that I'm trying to finish. I read the first 2, loved them, so I need to just read this one to finish the series. And this is Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. This is the 3rd and final book in the Infernal Devices series. This is one of Steph's favorite series that she read a long time ago, and I've been slowly getting through it, and I really enjoy it. So this is the last book. I need to finish the series. I really want to prioritize this early, just to finish the series, but love it. So good. Highly recommend. Cassandra Clare is an amazing writer. And yeah, I really like this series. Good. It's a great urban fantasy series. So yeah, I really want to read this to actually complete the series. So I'm hoping to prioritize this very, very soon and get to that one. And next we have a couple of witch books because I love witches. I love anything to do with witches in the fall. So I really want to get to these books, and we actually bought them last year and we just didn't get to them, unfortunately. So we really want to read them this year. So the first one we have is called The Witch is Back by Sophie H. Morgan. I love the cover. So cute. I also have this on Kindle. I think I bought it on Kindle just because it was like super cheap or something. But we've had this one since last year, and it just sounds cute. And I kind of forgot what it's about, but like I said, anything with a witch in it, I am guaranteed to like. So I really want to read this one very, very soon. Next witch book we have is Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher. Again, this one just looks really cute. Another witchy, I think it's a romance book. Kind of gives me the X-Hex vibes, which is like one of my favorite series. So yeah, really excited to read this one as well. The next one is the one I want to read most because I've heard really good things about it. This is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sanku Mandana. I love this cover so much. This one's really hyped up. And I know a lot of people love this one. And yeah, I never read it, so I really want to get to it. It just looks really cute. So hoping to get to this one. I'm definitely going to prioritize that one, I think, out of all of them. The next is a series that I'm currently reading, and I'm trying to finish it. I have one more book to go. This is the Caraval series by Stephanie Garber. Again, I'm just holding this one to show you the series, but I've already read the first two. I just need to read Finale, which is book 3, the final book in the series, so I'm hoping to read that one very, very soon, if not like this weekend when I'm filming this. And I love this series so much. Again, it's very, very hyped up. A lot of people love it, know it. It's a great fantasy series. So yeah, I just need to finish it. I need to read book 3, which is called Finale. So I'm going to be prioritizing it very, very soon. But I love the series. I told Steph she needs to read it. Going along with Caraval, I really want to start this other series by the same author, the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I also have these on my Kindle. This is like a spin-off series of the Caraval series, and some people read it first, some people don't. Or I think it's a companion series. You don't have to read the Caraval series first, but I wanted to just because I like to read books in order. Because there's like overlapping characters and things like that. But I've heard good things about the series, so I really would love to start this one as well. But I am going to focus on finishing the Caraval series first, but I do want to get to this one as well. We're building up my cart very nicely here. Next one is actually a romance. I think this is a contemporary romance. This is called This Spells Love by Kate Robbs. Steph actually found this one, and we just bought it. I think it's a new release. And honestly, I kind of forgot what it's about, but it just sounds like a really cute, like romance with like some spells and magic, and things like that. I think it's a friends to lovers book. It says the young woman tries to heal her heartbreak by casting a spell to erase her ex from her past, but wakes up in an alternate reality in which she's lost more than she wished for. So, sounds really good. And yeah, love a good kind of like magical romance, if you will. So that one looks good as well. Next, I have a couple of graphic novels, and I'm very excited about these because Steph and I actually found them in Little Free Libraries, which is super lucky because we don't really buy graphic novels. We don't read them that much, and they're kind of expensive, so we don't really like to spend the money on them. But we do like to read graphic novels here and there, especially during the fall time. I read Pumpkinheads from Rainbow Rowell in the past, loved it. So yeah, we're always looking for some graphic novels for the fall time. But we don't really want to spend money on them because we're really just going to read them once. So we found 2 in some Little Free Libraries, and I'm so excited. So I can't wait to share them. The first one is called Squad, and it looks like this by 2 authors. And the artwork just looks really cool. If you could see, it just looks like really fun. And yeah, I could fly through these so quickly, so they're nice, easy reads to add to your TBR. This one sounds so fitting for fall. It's about a girl who starts at a new high school, and the popular girls invite her into their group, and then she finds out that they're werewolves. So yeah, it's kind of cool. So it's like a teen werewolf book. So yeah, it just sounds fun. I was so happy to find this. It's like in really good condition, almost like brand new. And yeah, it's very fitting for fall. I love like anything with vampires and werewolves. So yeah, I'm really excited to dive into this. This will be a nice, easy read that I'm excited for. Then the other graphic novel I had never heard of before, but Steph actually wanted to read it, so it was very lucky that we found this. This is called Hooky. It looks like this. This is a chunky graphic novel. Again, I love like the artwork in it. It's gorgeous. Like, it's just so cool. And I have no idea what this one is about. There's like witches on the cover, so it seems like a fall graphic novel, and they're like two twins. They take a bus to magic school. There's a dragon. It just sounds really cute and perfect for fall, so we're really excited to get into this one as well. Oh, my cart is really filling up now. Alright. And then moving along, I have a couple more physical books. The next one is a cowboy romance series that I'm so excited about. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. This is the Chestnut Springs series by Elsie Silver. If you can believe it, I have not read this series yet. I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I just know I'm going to love it. I love cowboy romance, small town romance. All the books seem to have like really good tropes. So this is book one. This is Flawless. Steph bought this at the bookstore. And we both really want to read this series, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I was planning to start it in the summer, but I didn't get to it, and then I actually thought about it, and then I was thinking it would actually be more fun to read this in the fall time because, I don't know, I associate cowboys and like western books and like ranches and things like that more with the fall time anyway, since we go to fall fairs and such, so I feel like this will be actually a good series to start this fall. So I really do want to start the series. I also have some of them on my Kindle to read, but we also had to pick up the paperback because it's so pretty. So this is book one. I really want to start the series. If anyone wants to buddy read it with us, let us know. But I'm very much looking forward to the series. I have a feeling I'm going to love it. It just seems like right up my alley, so I'm super excited to get to that one. And then also going along with kind of like the cowboy romance theme, if you will, I really want to read this book called Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. This one's also been very hyped up in the booktube community, and it just, again, it's another kind of like cowboy western romance. I think it went viral on TikTok. Sounds really good. Steph bought this for me. I just know I'm going to enjoy it, and it is a series. I think there's like 2 or 3 books out now, so I really want to try this one as well. I think I'm going to film a cowboy romance reading vlog this fall where I read this one and then Flawless by Elsie Silver. Let me know if you guys would want to see that. But I'm really looking forward to reading this one as well. I'm just going to put it on top here. And then the last book on my physical TBR that I'm not sure if I'm going to get to, but I might get to it. This is The Hobbit by Tolkien. I've never read The Hobbit or anything. Lord of the Rings, nothing. Steph actually read this and she loved it. She said it's a cozy fantasy, and yeah, we've just never been into like the fandom before. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to this. It's a gorgeous edition, but we'll see. It's a cozy fantasy. It's pretty short, so who knows? Maybe I will get to this one. So I'm just gonna stick it on top. I definitely need to fix this. I need to fix the books on here and kind of like make them look a little bit better, but that is my physical TBR, and we have my cart pretty much all loaded up, so yeah, I'm very, very excited about that. I think I'm going to take the Cozy Mystery out and then move everything down because, I don't know, I feel like the mass market just doesn't look as good, and then I could put, oh yeah, I think that's better. So. Alright, and then, so our cart is all set with my physical TBR. Now I'm really quickly going to share some of my digital TBR. I have a lot of books on there, and just for the sake of time, I don't want this video to get too long, so I'm just going to share the Kindle books that I like most want to read. So I have them on my phone here, so please ignore me. I'm just going to be looking at my list on my phone. I use Notion to put my TBR on, and every time I read a book, I'll just like check it off there. So for Kindle books, yeah, I'm just gonna really quickly share the ones I want to get to the most. So the first one, I'll put the pictures on the screen. The first one is the cheat sheet by Sarah Adams. I just read When in Rome from Sarah Adams. Absolutely loved it. Contemporary adult romance. So cute. Gave it 5 stars. So I really want to read her other books. And the cheat sheet seems perfect for fall because it's a football romance. I love watching football with my family. And the guy's in the NFL. So I figured that's like a good... If you're looking for like a sports romance for fall, the football is perfect. So I really want to read the cheat sheet this fall. Another romance book I really want to read is called Just Don't Fall by Emma St. Clair. This is, I believe, another sports romance and is a series. And I think it's about a hockey player. But the cover is very fallish. It has like a fall-looking setting. So I really want to get to that one as well. Next one's a cozy fantasy called Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldry. He wrote Legends and Lattes. I read that earlier in the year and loved it. Such a good cozy fantasy. So Bookshops and Bone Dust is the sequel, and I'm excited about it because it takes place at a bookstore. So I really want to get to that one. The next one is another romance book I really want to get to. It's called The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. This book went viral everywhere. I think it came out last year. I'm sure you've seen it. It just has like the perfect fall setting, and yeah, it's supposed to be just like a cozy fall, spicy romance book. There's a couple other books out too. And yeah, I didn't get to it last year, but I really want to get to it this year. I already have it on my Kindle. And yeah, I've heard really good things about it. It just seems like the perfect cozy fall romance. The next one I really want to get to is Cackle by Rachel Harrison. And this one's just supposed to be like a classic fall read. It looks really spooky and cozy, so I really want to read that one as well. Then we have The Wedding Witch by Erin Sterling. This is like the 3rd book in the XX series. I read the first 2 in previous falls and loved them. So this is book 3. It's coming out, I think, in October. So I'm really excited. I really want to read it because I really enjoyed the first 2. Then, of course, I want to continue the Harry Potter series. I read up to Goblet of Fire, and I'm reading it for the first time as an adult, and I love it. I've seen the movies, so I'm finally reading through the books. So I left off on Goblet of Fire, so I really just want to continue the series and hopefully finish it this fall. Then from Colleen Hoover, there's 2 thrillers I really want to get to. Verity and Layla from her. I've heard really good things about them, and yeah, they seem perfect for the season as well. I really also want to get to The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I've never read any of his books, but I've heard good things for like thriller horror recs, so I really want to start with this one. I have a couple on Kindle that I would love to get to. I'd also love to continue the Sookie Stackhouse series by Charlaine Harris. It's a vampire series. They based the show True Blood off of it. I love the show. And again, because it's vampires, like, I love it this time of year. And I only read, like, the first book, so I would love to continue that series as well. Of course, Practical Magic. I've never read Practical Magic or seen the movie. And I know there's, like, a buddy read going on, so I would love to read this one and watch the movie as well. Then we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I never read the series, but again... sounds like a really good series for this time of year to get into. Then we have The Serpent and the Wings of Night, another series. This is about like vampires. I've heard good things, so I would love to get to that one as well. Nothing Like the Movies, which is the sequel to Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. That was one of my favorite books of the year. So the sequel called Nothing Like the Movies is coming out this month, I think, in September. So I would love to get to that one as well. Next we have 2 Ashley Poston books I really want to read. We have The Dead Romantics and The 7-Year Slip. Have both of them on Kindle. I've heard really good things about both of them. And yeah, they seem really fun for this time of year. And then we have My Vampire Plus One, which comes out this month. This is like a companion to My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. Read that one last year and I absolutely loved it. So this is the second one, and it's about Reginald, the other vampire from the first book, so I'm really excited for that one. It comes out this month, so I already pre-ordered it for my Kindle. I'll be getting that next week. I cannot wait to read it. I loved the first one so much. I'd also like to read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, who wrote The Hunger Games. This is like one of the newer ones. I haven't seen the movie or read the book. And it seems good for this time of year. I'd probably get it from the library because I don't own it, but I've heard good things, so I'd like to read that one as well. And then the last one we have is called Garlic and the Vampire. This is like a middle grade, I think it's like a graphic novel, I could be wrong. But it just looks really cute, and there's vampires in it, and it just looks fun. So that's like my digital fall TBR in a nutshell. I have so many other ones. Interview with the Vampire, The Southern Book Hub's Guide to Slaying Vampires, My Best Friend's Exorcism, just so many books, but I just can't share them all with you in this video. It'd be too long, but those are some of the books I want to read on my Kindle, and that is my TBR. That wraps up this video. So we have my physical fall TBR here, like I showed you earlier, and then my digital Kindle TBR, which I just explained to you. So those are the books I'm really hoping to get to. I'm not going to get to all of them. I'm just going to see how many I can get through. If I could read 10 books a month in the fall, I'll be happy with 30 books total. But some of these will probably carry over into winter as well. But yeah, so I shared a bunch of recommendations in different categories. We had romance, fantasy, cozy mysteries, thrillers, pretty much every genre. I really like to branch out in the fall and winter and read genres that I don't typically read. So yeah, that is it for my fall TBR. Let me know in a comment below if you've read any of these books, or let me know what books are on your fall TBR. I would love to know, but make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned. We have lots of fun fall videos coming, and I'm going to do lots of reading vlogs, reading these books. If you have any requests for reading vlogs or videos with any of my fall TBR, let me know. But I'm planning to do a cowboy romance vlog and so many others, so stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. But thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate your support. I'm going to show a clip of Steph's TBR just so you could see what hers looks like as well. And yeah, we really appreciate you watching. Hope you're looking forward to all of our cozy videos, and I hope you all have a wonderful fall season and try to romanticize it and embrace it. And we're looking forward to spending it with you. So I'll see you in our next video very soon. Bye, everybody.
Oh, I can just see her, so beautiful and sweet, with her hair and her actions more tame. She's probably less damaged and has a nice family, though my brothers would have loved